Hives there on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. Steve Merchant.
He's with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sentences and all that.
Just using the
Well,
traditional English language.
But you put me off, you pointed to yourself, and I just said Steve Merchant.
But you know we do that every week. You introduce me.
Yeah.
You say with me and I go Steve Merchant.
No, yeah.
So no, it's a catchphrase that everyone's waiting to hear it.
No, but usually I go Ricky Gervais and you go with Steve Merchant, but this time you pointed to you, so I said it. But I didn't say it, it caught me off guard, so I didn't use the sentence.
Oh, I don't like the way you sit, right? I've read medically that if you're slouching like that, can you try and describe how you're sat? But you've got the kind of have you ever seen that picture of when John Lennon was off his head on Smack recording Let It Be, and he was lying on the floor at Abbey Road? That's basically what Ricky looks like now.
Chest pains, I'm scared.
It's not good for you, that. Look at you can't breathe properly in the diaphragm, so you're going to speak badly. Hey, listen, I was trying to speak medical stuff there. I was trying to run into trouble. Anyway, Rick, what are the words to Wham Rap? Now, what are the words to... I don't remember Wham Rap.
What the hell's got into you? Hey, sucker. No, there's nothing you can do.
Brilliant. I look forward to a forthcoming revival of your music career.
Yeah.
Rick, I had some devastating news last night.
Go on.
You know when I left you, I was off to buy a PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
I was totally in the mood for
or
it.
Or a PS2, as he said.
Yeah. Which confused him, Grandad. Anyway, so, I think I went in, some electrical stop on Oxford Street.
Yeah.
And,
the thing I'll just say, the thing about Steve is, I wouldn't say he's mean. He hates that. He's careful, right? And he will spend days to get £1 off.
Rick, 2.5 hours I walked round last night. I swear to God, I was walking to different shops, right? I went from Oxford Street to Piccadilly Circus, back again, along the length of Oxford Street, back again, all over the place, right? I realised I basically couldn't get a better deal than about 240 quid, right? For a console and a game. So I ended up in Virgin Megastore, I bought a Auto Grand Theft 3 or whatever, and a PlayStation and a memory card or whatever. So I shoot off, and I'm walking off, and I'm going to the Tube, and I walk all the way to HMV, on, opposite Bond Street. Sure. And I just popped in there because I'd forgotten to get something. And I went downstairs, and I was walking past the, PlayStations, and it went, if you buy a PlayStation 2, you can get Grand Theft Auto 3 with £20 off.
Oh.
I was absolutely devastated.
What did you do?
I crumbled. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking of taking it back to Virgin Megastore, going, it's faulty. But like before, you haven't even got it home yet. Oh, I can tell.
No, I didn't mean to buy this, though. What did you buy? Keyboard.
Exactly. So the problem is, when I get it back and I wire it up and that, all I can see is the cars are racing around the track. All I'm thinking is, it's like one of those cartoons when a really hungry bloke could just see his mate as like a big chicken. All I could see on the TV was just a big £20 note just floating. It was an absolute night. I'm just devastated by it. 20 quid, I could have bought like another cheap game for that.
We went did I tell you this?
Rick, would you give me £20 and then I'll shut up about it?
Yeah, we went to the casino once, a group of us, and I lost about 100 quid, and it was a, great, it was someone's birthday, I think it was Jane's birthday, and Steve, after 3 hours of gambling, had lost the £20 he got out to play with, right? I was going, you're really gutted, aren't you? He just went, have you any idea how much cheese I could get for £20?
Yeah. Cold meats.
Yeah.
For £20, and there it is again last night. £20. I'm robbed of £20. Literally, they've taken it from my hand. Yeah. The HMV people. They've taken that and they've...
I'm going to try and think of some things to cheer you up. Should we play some songs? Avalanche is there. Frontier Psychiatrist.
I never enjoy any record where I think I or a 4-year-old could have made it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like it's cheating. It's musical cheating.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. We won't play that again then. Alright?
Okay.
That's done.
Yeah.
Alright?
Nice. Shake on it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
XFM 104.9.
Kiss on it.
Kiss on it. Touch on it.
Carl came in this morning and he said he was soaking wet because obviously it's miserable out. And actually, if you're thinking of leaving the house today and thus missing the show, do not leave because it's miserable out.
It's like a weather report as well. We play music, we've got chat, we've got little jokes, don't we?
But Carl came
and it's raining.
He said he was soaking wet.
Yeah.
I said to him, Rick would want you to do it. I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Just take your clothes off. Pop them over there.
But do you know what?
And he wouldn't. And he said I was going to do it, but I knew you'd say that.
But when you left us in the kitchen when he was making coffee, he went, yeah, Steve said if you're wet, take your trousers off. And I thought, hold on, Ricky's not here. What's he up to? Little thoughts.
No, I was talking on behalf of Rick. I phoned him up. I said, he's wet. What should I suggest?
Well, I said, I was in his ear. He had an earpiece and I was going, tell him it's bad for him.
Yeah.
And I could hear him go, it's bad for you. And you go, well, no, I go, no, tell him it could...
Rheumatism.
Yeah.
It could lead to rheumatism. Take him off. Carl, speak. No one's heard your voice today. Come on, Carl.
He doesn't want to.
No, I know he doesn't. We won't talk to you much. But
go on.
It's just nice to say hello to you.
Yeah. I think people quite like
they tune
to
in,
know
they like
you're
to hear
here.
you.
Yeah.
We've had some fan mail.
I like his little face, his little Moby. I drew a picture of him in the week, just doodling, and he got really insulted.
Did he?
Why did you get insulted?
Because it wasn't very good. I looked like Ian Camfield on it.
Oh, that's an insult.
Yeah.
Ladies love Canfield.
Yeah.
I mean, they're weird kind of heavy metal ladies.
Yeah. The ones that drink blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love Canfield. I thought of you look like today, but I think you might find it insulting as well. It's just meant to be affectionate. For people who don't know what you look like like Beaker at the Muppets.
I can't see how that would be an insult.
Oh God, we don't need to put it like that. It is, but it's sort of like, I like Beaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like him because he's a fool. He just goes, what does he say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look a bit like that doctor that used to accompany him everywhere. That professor.
Oh yeah, the little fat
little
bloke.
one,
yeah, that's nice.
Carl, what was it that you told me as well when you came in? Just Carl's thought for the day.
Okay.
Carl, what did you tell me when you came in? Because it was miserable out, and you made a suggestion.
It is a grim day in London.
I like it already.
Brilliant.
I was thinking, could you imagine dying today?
Go on, explain more though.
Just because when you're dying, you're always like in your bedroom, in your bed, and your family's next door.
Always, yeah.
And I just thought, can you imagine lying there, looking out your window, because they do that as well. They sort of have the curtains open to get a bit of light on your face. And I just thought, what a day! If this was like your last day, could you imagine?
But then go on, you made
XFM,
another. You made another even more profound point. You said if instead of dying on a rainy day, you'd prefer to.
No, if you died on a bit of a nicer sunny day, then it's not so bad. What I'm saying, no, it's your last day looking out on the world, and look at it. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I thought that was a beautiful point. It was poetic almost.
It was, wasn't it?
Because the point was that what upset me was that you said you'd been thinking about that today on the way in, and it upset you. But my point was that if you think about the people that are dying any day, it'll upset you.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Yeah, but you don't think about it when it's sunny, because you think, well, they'll be all right today. They won't be that annoyed.
You're absolutely
annoyed. Annoyed.
But today,
think of that. Oh, I'm no. Oh, I'm dying today. Oh,
it was just when I got up and opened the curtains, and I thought, look at it.
I'm glad I'm not dying today.
Yeah.
Carl, play a song.
Yeah, interesting. Mole Historical Society, watching Xanadu on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais.
With me, Steve Merchant.
See, it doesn't work if you say with me, Steve Merchant.
It doesn't work.
I've either got to say with me, Steve, or you just go with Steve Merchant.
Sure.
See what I mean?
Okay.
It's not as easy, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's not as easy as it seems.
You know this, right? I mean...
What?
the radio show.
Oh, yeah.
We do, right? Well, we just come in and we don't plan them, we just sort of like chat. And they still pay us, it seems good, well. Should we just do this all day?
What, all day on XFM,
or just get a license where it's Ricky and Steve FM, and we just chat and we go, what are you doing there, Steve? Just having breakfast. And go, oh, right, yeah. Oh, what are you doing there, Steve? I'll just clean the windows and that. And we have a little chat and we go, oh, just reading the paper. And we just talk and we play records.
For 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
I mean, have you spotted any flaws in that plan, or?
It would be boring after about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is boring now.
No,
and we've only done 20 minutes.
No, it's just we were talking about Carl having a thought, remember?
Yes.
And then I had that thought when I went out to get some orange juice, and I had that thought. So maybe this show can be about let's have thoughts.
Okay.
So we have thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, or they could, if we haven't got any, they could phone in with some.
Okay. Or email a thought, maybe, if you've got a thought. Email that in.
Just thought we could talk about
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Could be a thought about anything.
Hey, go on.
Can we not make those thoughts racist or homophobic, though, please?
Yeah. Or, not downers.
No, nothing that's going to bring us down, you know?
Yeah.
Upbeat stuff.
Yeah. Go on, Carl,
do you know when you said 24 hours then?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it takes to run one of the escalators on the underground for 20 hours a day? How much it costs a year to do that?
To run it how long? 20 hours a day?
Yeah, that's what it runs. Is
this another of your facts?
Mm-hmm.
These are always substantiated by an independent source, aren't they? They're not just something you overheard on a bus. Am I just to check? This is fact.
I read it.
Did you read it on a wall in a sandwich shop?
Sometimes I wish this was on telly, because when Steve said this, you have these substantiated by an independent arbitrator, Karl just looked at him.
Yeah.
Like he'd just spoken French. It just looked like that.
Okay, so anyway, this information you've got from a reliable source, you read it on the back of a fag packet or something?
No, I think it was in the Metro magazine in the week.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
and let's just hear it again. How much does it cost?
Yeah, there's loads of escalators, isn't there, on the underground?
Yes.
And they run for 20 hours a day.
Yes. Don't tell us how... Tell you what, Karl, that's such a fascinating fact. Don't tell us. Let's play a record, Rick.
Okay.
And then people can stay tuned if they want to hear how much it costs.
This is like some sort of mental home radio.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, we're not mentally ill. We haven't had any head trauma. We're educated people.
Yeah.
But we come out with just rubbish.
Gobbledygook.
Just nonsense. It's like, I can't grasp it. I don't know why he started saying, I've no idea what that thought was.
You just said 24 hours about doing radio for 24 hours, so I thought, 20 hours.
Oh God!
So we're now examining the thought processes that we all have before we get to... Let's just hear a song.
Okay, right, it's 1:30, and that film sounds good. Ooh, that film sounds good.
Feature.
This is where I choose a song from a film that film sounds good. See? This is a film that me and Steve both love, and he saw it first and got me onto it and said I'd love it, and I did. The album is a superb album. It's seminal. It's just, there's some great songs on there. I feel like playing another one, maybe Song for the Lovers.
Maybe do it later, yeah.
Maybe I could do that, yeah. It's beautiful.
I have to say I've seen the follow-up to Rushmore. If you enjoy Rushmore, it's this new film, The Royal Tenenbaums, with amazing cast. Ben Stiller's in it, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Gene Hackman in his Golden Globe-winning performance.
Oh, yeah.
Same sort of thing as Rushmore, same kind of style, but lovely sort of kind of family comedy. Absolute dynamite, and again, a brilliant soundtrack. Nico is on there, Nick Drake, all kinds of treats. Forthcoming in the cinemas, Rick.
You say the follow-up, is it the
It's
same
not a
director?
sequel. It's the same director, same writer,
Right.
some of the same cast. Bill Murray makes another appearance.
Isn't
Same
this-
style.
Haven't the Swingers lot done another one?
They have their new films Made with the same
Right.
Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn. Again, dynamite, really good fun. Not as kind of perceptive as Swingers, but certainly as much fun.
Have you seen Swingers, Karl?
I think so. Is it the one where they've got a line in it, they've got a catchphrase in it, haven't they?
You're the money?
Your money?
No.
You're
that
so
was
money.
Jeremy That's it, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I said you're the money, you went no. You went you're so the money, you went yeah.
Well, yours is from, what's his name?
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
No,
Yeah.
that's Show Me the Money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen it.
Anyway.
See, that was really articulate. We had, we did a feature, it linked into film, Steve Loves Films, did a little, off the cuff review, then it went into gobbledygook again.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
You couldn't even say the word gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, you had an interesting fact you were going to give us, Karl. I don't think we can leave people waiting for this any longer.
No.
Right. How much does it cost to run one escalator, that's just one,
Yeah.
on a London Underground? It's running 20 hours a day because it shuts for 4 hours in the night when they're cleaning up and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to run it for a year?
£12.
£60,000.
The trouble with these facts is, I've got nothing to compare it against.
Well, think about, like, your yearly electric bill at home.
Well, when you put it like that, when you can...
It's a lot, isn't it, when you think they could just use stairs.
Karl, play a song. Politics on XFM 104.9. Please, people, just use the stairs.
Chemical Brothers, Star Guitar. I'm gonna be honest, Steve. I like the video more than the song.
Agreed.
Good.
Yeah.
I just wish we could maybe tape the bits we're not on air, just because that's when Karl comes into his own.
Yeah.
He just said to me, I don't know what I was doing, I was sort of like pottering around, dancing around, doing something annoying probably, and he just looked at me, I looked around, he was looking at me, and I looked back, and he went, have you ever used a Y-front properly?
Genius.
It's a great question, because the answer is definitely no.
Definitely no.
Does anyone use their Y-front properly? And by that, I mean, get your winky out of the little sort of slot provided, as opposed to like put it to one side or pull them down or whatever. Has anyone used a Y-front properly?
I don't think I've ever done it.
I don't think I've ever done it.
I've never seen anyone in a toilet doing it, Rick.
You shouldn't be looking.
I wish I hadn't said that.
I caught ya. Really?
Yeah. That's actually how you prove people are gay.
Yeah.
You get them into this conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It was the trap.
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
not
that
gay,
was
by
the,
the way.
Yeah.
You didn't prove I was gay. I double bluffed you. Because I knew the old gay trick.
I thought it was the old gay lord say no thing.
That is another method. Yeah,
That is
there's innumerable methods of doing it.
That's how Oscar Wilde was caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, the judge went to him. Did you see that film last night? Gaylord say no, and he went no, and they went take him away.
Yeah. Take him down to the cells.
Yeah, take him to Reading.
It is true.
Well,
true. It originated in America.
yeah.
So many of these things do. It's
Yeah.
a brilliant point, Carl. I'd like to hear from anyone listening who's, and I mean, well, they'll just lie, wouldn't they, I suppose?
Yeah. I don't even use sort of flies.
No.
Usually, I sort of pull my wife around, my sort of tracksuit. That's why I wear sort of like elasticated waistbands all the time.
Exactly.
Just sort of
Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get in there with the minimum of effort.
Yeah. And out.
Sure.
Often I won't shake.
No, well, no.
To my detriment, because it often leaks out a little bit later, doesn't it?
Ever been out on a date with a girl where it's just trickled down your leg and you wish it hadn't, and you're thinking, what if she gets my trousers off later? She might smell or see it.
What? What?
I don't know. I don't know what I said there.
Right.
Rick, I had for Christmas something which I think might excite you and interest
Yeah.
you, because I know you're obsessed and interested by facts.
Yeah.
Don't fiddle with the microphone.
Well, I was just looking at what it was underneath it.
Stop, listen to what I'm saying.
I know, no, listen, let me explain.
People could hear you moving the microphone.
Could they?
Yeah, I can hear it in my headphones.
You know, it's the little pop shield that goes over the mic.
Yeah.
I was going to see what way the mic was facing, so I just had a
Who
look.
cares? No one's interested. Leave it. Carl will tell you if there's a problem.
Alright.
Why am I talking like that? So this is a book, it's just facts and trivia. It's edited by Sir Isaac Asimov, who I think's dead. So I don't know when my parents bought this book. I assume it's sort of from a second-hand shop or something.
Right.
It's quite long, but I got it for Christmas. I keep meaning to bring it in, because generally the facts are quite sensible in here. And I like to think if Isaac's been involved, they're probably substantiated. It's not like kind of just this nonsense on the web. I think that this is probably
Or
crucial.
up in Greg's the Baker's that Carl
Exactly.
gets most of his facts from.
The ancient Egyptians trained baboons to wait on tables. Carl, fascinated.
Brilliant.
That's fantastic.
But what my point about that is, why did they stop?
Yeah.
It's a genius idea.
Was
Would you
it-
not want to go to a restaurant where they had baboons serving?
No, I'll tell you what
Depends on
happened.
you.
It might have been like the Planet of the Apes and they sort of rebelled. One of them could talk. One of them could take his order. And one day went, do you want fries with that? And the bloke got really annoyed and said to answer him back. And then there was some sort of rebellion.
Right.
Yeah. The Planet of the Apes isn't true, is it?
It's not.
just a
No, it's
film.
not. It's not a documentary.
Right, okay.
I wonder, because what I like the idea of having baboons is the fact that I reckon they're like, I have difficulty, and I'm sure you do, Carl, like working out that sort of 10%, on a bill.
Yeah.
I reckon baboons would find that particularly hard. I reckon you could get away with under-tipping them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not leaving enough and just legging it. Exactly.
They go away and you go, sucker.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
I'd love to see
yeah.
some baboon restaurants. If there's
Yeah.
any restaurateurs out there,
Could
Soteris
I
Conrad or someone.
if you do go to a restaurant and you're waiting on those, please don't order the banana daiquiri because it comes half eaten. They can't help their little selves. They really can't. They're okay with beef and steak and chips and all that. But there's a little bug. I go, do you work?
Can you imagine that? The baboons serving at waiting tables. It's genius. Just stop to think about that. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
It's absolutely dynamite.
yeah. That's a
See,
good
zoos
fact.
would be a lot more popular if there was like the canteen. You could go.
If
and
they
be
were
served.
serving tickets to two, yeah,
Exactly.
one child row. Okay, go through there.
But I
Okay.
think they should do other things, like in the Flintstones, they used to mix cement in that bird's kind of beak.
Pelican, yeah.
We should start doing that again. Because that also happened in ancient times.
Yeah, exactly.
According to the Flintstones.
Yeah, before they had proper cement mixers, that's what they did.
That was how they did it.
Definitely, yeah.
Just animal facts. I remembered one in the week.
Go on.
There was, do you know them two gay American men who have tigers?
Well, they're not necessarily gay.
They're not.
are they?
No one actually knows if they are gay or not.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
okay.
Gilbert and George, is it? No, that's those artists.
Yeah.
They're called Siegfried and Roy.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Who may or may not be gay.
Yeah, and if they are, so what?
And if they are, so what? But
Yeah.
if they're not, and they
no,
don't.
I just said that so you knew what I was talking about. 'Cause
Sure.
Okay, the two gay ones.
Those
Yeah,
are
go
the
on.
Two possibly gay
tigers.
guys.
Yeah, let's not worry about libel law
Um,
anymore. Then, or yeah,
if you
go on.
shave a tiger's head,
Whoa. Right, okay. You've got to treat that sentence with a lot more reverence than you did. Think what you're saying. If you shave a tiger's head.
not just its head, its whole body. If
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
So I thought you were getting weird. Go on. Then, yeah, if you shave a tiger, yeah, go on.
it's still stripy underneath. The skin's
Is it like rock?
It goes all the
Like
way
all the way
through.
through?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Where did you hear that one?
I remembered that. Like, I was
Was
watching
that drunk just shouting it in the street?
I shaved a tiger and it's still striping. Get out of here. Yeah.
I must make a note of that, thanks, Carl.
Yeah, that's an interesting fact. Well, you know a polar bear? Polar bear's skin is actually black, and its fur is transparent, not white, and it gives the illusion. So it gets all the radiation possible from the sun, but it's still camouflaged.
I didn't understand that, Rick. Sorry, you lost me. If its skin's black,
a polar bear's skin is
and
black,
its fur is translucent,
and its fur is translucent.
So why is it white when we see
Well,
it?
it's just because the light hits it, and
The sun reflects on it.
yeah, and it makes it look white. Yeah, if you look at each individual hair, it's actually translucent.
So at
There's
night
hair.
it would be black.
Well, everything is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, not bright stuff, Rick. You've embarrassed yourself. Play a record. Oh, I know all about animals and stuff. Do you, Rick?
P-O-D. Bit of pod there. Alive. That's grown on me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It, you know, it rocks. I mean, we've got to give it that.
I will certainly give it that, Rick.
Yeah, XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais.
With me, Steve Merchant. So more from the facts and trivia book. Edited, as I say, by Sir Isaac Asimov, so not
Sure.
just overheard on the tube or by a drunk.
Well, he might have overheard him on a tube by a drunk and just put him in a book.
Yes. Listen to the whole fact here before you make any judgments.
Okay.
Sauerkraut was renamed Liberty Cabbage by Americans during World War One.
Sure.
In their denunciation of all things German, some Americans actually kicked Dachshunds.
Are the little dogs?
Yeah. Little German dogs, just give them a kicking. Because they were German. Or they were derived from Germany. I don't know if they got to like a small sort of French village and just said, bring out your Dachshunds. Why, what are you going to do to them? Nothing. Give them a little bit of food or something. You're not going to kick them, are you?
Got
No,
some milk.
'cause I've heard about you Americans.
No, just bring out the little sausage dog. You say it aggressively.
You said that aggressively. Like
Well, no, bring out the little sausage dog. Okay.
Well, you're not going to hurt it though.
Of course I'm not.
If you hurt it now, it's like it's against the Geneva Convention.
I'm not going to kick it.
Well, I didn't even bring up kicking. I didn't even mention kicking. So why have you done that?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't got a Datsun.
Oh.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah. Sorry.
That thing down my trousers is just a baguette.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Carl? Do you remember
Dynamite fact. A dynamite
Baguettes
fact.
were invented by Napoleon so he could carry him down his leg.
We just find there's one more here that I thought might. I know that there's a lot of those kind of amusing laws and stuff, antiquated laws and that on the web and things. But again, it's Asimov. I'm thinking it's true. City Ordinance number 352 in Pacific Grove, California, makes it a misdemeanor to kill or threaten a butterfly.
Threaten?
Yeah, you can't even threaten a butterfly.
So if it goes...
Don't even look at it aggressively.
Yeah. Butterfly comes down, I go, what are you looking at? I go, nothing.
Yeah.
And he goes, Judge! What?
Yeah.
Bloke looking at me with a net.
I wasn't doing anything,
I'm fishing.
But see, the thing about that is, a lot of the kind of, sort of the wilder butterflies from the wrong side of the tracks, they're just going to take advantage of it. They're going to cruise around, they're going to be playing loud music, abusing old people. They're untouchable.
And they're going to go, have you got a problem with that?
Exactly. You go,
and
no.
you're going to go, no.
No, it's fine. Go about your business.
No.
Butterflies there, Rick, in California, running amok.
Yeah.
Should repeat it.
Yeah.
No, there's another one that I think you'll be a fan of. It might take me a while to find it. Maybe we should play a track.
Oh, wow, that takes us nicely. That's a lovely link. That thing you said about playing a track.
Keep going.
This is Song for the Lovers, and I've chosen a great track here, by Lloyd Cole. Oft forgotten, but a great singer-songwriter. And this is one of his, best songs, I think. In fact, I think Sandy Shaw covered it in the mid-80s when she had a little bit of that resurgence. It's Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? And it's Song for the Lovers. Lovely tune. Enjoy. Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? Actually, Lloyd Cole with his Commotions. That was done with, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Facts and trivia, the last one, Rick.
Go on.
This is a sobering lesson for us all.
Go on.
At the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo in 1901,
Yeah.
President William McKinley received a line of citizens, shaking hands with each. In the line was a man with a handkerchief covering one hand. Neither of the two Secret Service men guarding the president was curious enough to take a look at what might be under the handkerchief in the hand of the man. Leon Golzgoz, an anarchist. Yeah. What he had was a loaded revolver, and when the president thrust his right hand out for the shake, Zolgozd fired twice. McKinley died a week later.
So, what he did there, it was outwit the might of presumably the FBI or the Secret Service by covering the gun with a handkerchief.
Clever.
That's brilliant.
It's absolute genius.
Just think how they had to explain that. And they go, how did he get close enough and shoot the president? And they go, we didn't see the gun. Why? Covered it with a hanky, did he? Oh, well, you're not to blame then. Exactly, we can't compete with that sort of, you know, didn't you think to look under the hanky?
No.
Well, probably just thought it was a hand. Of course, because that's where the hand would be. Did you not think he was probably holding a gun or something? Didn't do that. We didn't train. We didn't do hiding it with a hanky, did we? Oh, if he didn't do it, then it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But he lived, did he, for a week?
The president lived with it for a week, yeah.
That's because they had to go to him and they're probably shuffling around his bed going, sorry about that. Why didn't you look? I had a hanky, did he? Oh, well, they're now in jail. Well, they were. Go on. Well, when we went into the jail to give him some bread and water, he had a hanky over his hand.
Right, yeah.
We thought nothing of it.
Sure.
And a gun? Yeah. It's a gun and he got out. See? Do you remember remember the gun? Yeah. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's pathetic. No one's used that method since. I know. Because it was effective there, but you don't hear about that now. No. People using all kinds of elaborate methods to assassinate people, poisoning their wine.
Yeah.
I think that was Rasputin. As I recall, they put some poison into his wine.
Well, I
didn't study it in history class. That's my memory of it.
But if only they listened to Karl last week, chink the glasses.
Always chink the glasses.
That shows that they used to test it, didn't they? Pour a little bit from yours into mine. That means I'm not poisoning you.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking of murdering someone, you know,
just,
a dignitary
with a gun.
Yeah, but let's
pop a hanky over it.
Just think about that.
Just pop a hanky over it.
I don't know. Pop it inside an oven glove. And just wear that as you go to take their hands.
Or sooty.
Or one of those big gladiator-style pointing foam hands they used to have on gladiators.
Yeah.
That was genius. Yeah. I'm just using this because I love the president.
No gun in there, is there? No.
It's just a big finger.
Check if you want.
Yeah.
Well, no, we won't then if you said check. Right? That's unlucky.
Have I ever told you my method, Karl, my genius method of assassinating someone? This is brilliant. This is the ultimate crime.
Oh,
is this the ice cube one?
Have I told it to you before?
No, but I know that.
What's the ice cube one?
When you
shoot an ice bullet.
You get someone round.
Rick, don't say it. Don't reveal it because it's my story to tell.
Oh,
blabbing
there's
it
two.
out.
I know two of them.
Well, listen, let me tell you it and see if this is the one, right? This is genius. Right, you rent a room across the street from the person you want to kill, right? And then when their window's open one day, right, what you've done is you've made an arrow from ice, okay? And then what you do is you train, like, to become a brilliant marksman with a bow and arrow.
It's an old one.
It is brilliant, but this is why it's classic. And then you shoot them with the arrow, it goes across the street, into their heart, kills them instantly, but what's brilliant is, the arrow, the murder weapon, it then melts, dries out, there's no murder weapon. And then you can take apart the bow.
Another one, Steve, is to stab them, then take it out and walk away.
No,
no murder weapon.
No, but but you've got to get into the building. This is the point, you're across the street. Right. The only thing that could get you is if someone saw you shooting an arrow out.
What about an arrow on a string?
Arrow on a string? What are you talking about? No, not an arrow on the string, because that's not going to work. What if the string broke as you were trying to loop?
Good point. Rick,
the
ice arrow is the only way. The ice arrow is the only perfect method of assassination.
That was on Colombo.
Was it?
But there's another one. Do you know, like I was saying about the
murder weapon's irrelevant, Steve.
What?
The fact that it's a murder weapon, that is irrelevant.
No, because there are fingerprints on it and stuff.
You're having a laugh, Rick. I defy you to win.
There's no fingerprints on a bullet when it goes through your head at 12,000 miles an hour.
They can trace it to the same gun, can't they? They can figure that out.
Throw the gun away!
No, but they'll find the gun. They always find the gun.
Burn it!
No, you can't burn a gun. Rick, my point is...
Melt it.
No, the point is his fingerprints and stuff.
Well, no, wipe it.
Rick, you never try to kill someone.
Wear gloves.
They'll catch up with you.
They'll always catch up
with you.
Will
they? Oh, I won't then.
The ice arrow is the only way.
No,
the ice arrow.
I bet that was the one case that Colombo didn't solve.
That's one of them. The other one is, do you know I was saying the other week about the drinks and you chink your glasses and stuff?
Yeah.
A way around that, put the poison in the ice cube, You quickly have a swig before it's melted.
Before it's
and they'll
melted.
go, that's all right, I can drink that, it's not dangerous. Just say, oh, hang on, I'll show you some pictures or something. Let the ice cube melt, the poison goes in the drink, you say, oh, knock that back.
Yeah.
You look thirsty. They'll have it, they'll die.
Genius.
That is good.
Carl, you and I, man, we're like criminal masterminds.
Yeah.
All
What
right?
happens when they find the poison in the body and go, well, he was at Carl's house drinking, it might have been...
You'd have legged it.
Oh, yeah?
He'd have been off with his missus and like £30,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
So that's perfect as well, is
That
it?
is the perfect crime, Rick.
So it's, hold on, are all perfect crimes to do with ice?
Pretty much.
Oh. Roots, manoeuvre, witness. We were talking earlier about people who use Americanisms like they've used it all their life, and it's our pet hate, isn't it? Really, like just people who say, "I was DJ," going, "I look, risk of sounding a little bit, butt licky."
Butt licky.
What's that?
Never heard that.
Butt. Don't say butt.
Yeah. I heard someone say he was on my ass.
Oh.
He was on my ass.
Yeah.
I've never. What? I'll tell you what almost annoys me almost as much as that. There was a guy I used to know who'd pretend, and this guy was like, he'd never done anything wrong in his life. He had no street cred whatsoever. And I was driving along with him once, back from somewhere, and a police car just pulled out and was just following us along the road, because police cars sometimes do. Not following us, just happened to be driving in the same direction. And he went, "Hey, up the pigs, watch it." like what? I'm supposed to think, what, you've done some crime?
Yeah.
You're part of Grand Theft Auto 3, and I better be careful, because you've got some knocked out, off gear in the back.
Yeah.
You'll watch it, it's the bloody pigs.
Or a dead...
Just play it cool,
a made man that you just killed in the boot.
Nonsense, and I just so annoyed with that kind of pretending to have street cred.
I know, just I remember once, right, an American came to our school, we were all about 13 or 14, and he was like, you had to be his friend. And it was like people vying for his attention, because he was sort of like this cool American bloke, right? And, he was like good at sports, straight, he's always, it's just great. And, I remember someone saying like tube of toothpaste, and he laughed, said tube. I go, well, what is it? They said, it's tube, right? And people go, no, it's tube, right? And they go, it's tube, right? And I went, I say tube. He went, and they sort of looked at me, and they just thought, you liar. I just went, no, I say, let me think, no, I say tube. Oh.
When you're a kid, like, any American you ever meet is the coolest thing. It doesn't matter if it's a huge, fat bloke wearing Bermuda shorts and a camera on his neck. It's cool, because they speak with an American accent.
Well, that is cool.
And they say...
Being a huge fat bloke in Bermuda shorts is cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
I'm growing into that look, says Rick. 41.
The Canadian tourist look.
Absolutely. But no, so anything, sidewalk.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could say, like when I was sort of 14, if I could have said sidewalk, fender, I always wanted to go into a sandwich shop and just order something on rye. I want to be one of those 80-year-old, sort of Yiddish blokes, those, sort of like old vaudeville Jewish guys, that, they sit in diners and talk, like Walter Matthau talks. Right,
and like that. I wanna grow into that, a long coat, and I go, ish.
Oy vey.
Yeah, maybe I'll start.
Yeah. Well, convert to Judaism initially.
Yeah.
Be your first port of call, and then just tour the vaudevillian, circuit.
Yeah.
In the Catskills.
What am I, some kind of schmuck?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What do you, Carl, would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me nerves. When I was in,
Get on me nerves!
When
Being
a
American.
whole nation there, reduced.
When I was in Barbados at Christmas.
Oh, name dropping.
Right.
Yeah.
There's loads of them there, because that's...
Was that when you were doing a bit of extra sort of waiting? you were sort of your girlfriend was cleaning rooms, wasn't she?
Went there for Christmas, and there's loads of them there, because that's like really close to America. That's like Blackpool is to Manchester type.
It's
thing.
exactly like that.
Yep.
So it's
that's the analogy a lot of Americans use.
So,
but I think they call it the tropical Blackpool.
but they were going on.
That's only all the brochures, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And serious now, but
Yeah,
we were going on about the September 11th thing.
Yeah.
But they call it the, of course, this is American. Of course,
Brilliant.
the 9/11.
The 9/11.
That's what they call it.
Really? Oh, that's awful. That is, so it's like people who say 24/7.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm working
Americans
my
say
ass
that.
off 24/7.
Well, Americans that say
Yeah.
that. Well, they're allowed though.
Oh, Americans are. I'm talking about an English person who might say it.
Yeah.
Fool. Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do that American accent again?
Yeah, of course. The 9/11.
Where are you from?
What? Can we
Which part of America is that?
That's how they sounded in Barbados.
Sure.
Sure. But
Can
Carl,
you do any other impression?
but Carl doesn't. I very much doubt that Carl likes newfangled countries like America.
Yeah.
He doesn't like London.
No, true.
So he's not going to
Have you been
like.
to America?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Went to Florida. No, they got me again.
Got on your nerves?
Yeah. Went for some food.
Yeah.
And it was the last few days. I didn't take much money with me, and we were in Florida, and we were hungry, and we went for some steak, and we had our dinner and that, and I think it's their equivalent to the Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
And sat down, had the steak, and that's huge, big portions. But anyway, we didn't have much money left, and we had like another 2 days left, so we didn't leave. We didn't have much money for a tip. Do you know over there they expect it?
Yeah, a big tip, yeah.
So we left what we could, and I don't know what it was. It might have only been the equivalent to 60 pence.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that much. We didn't have loads of courses because we didn't have much money. So he brought us like the main course and I don't know, a couple of Diet Cokes. And anyway, left them the 60p.
Yeah.
On the way out, and he comes running over. Excuse me, sir, you can have this back. Because it wasn't enough. I mean...
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
What did you say?
I said, all right then. Well, I needed it. I mean, I thought it was nice to leave them something, but obviously it wasn't enough, so got us a couple of more.
Is it good fun with you on holiday? I mean, do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Do people go with you on holiday?
I get bored after about 4 days.
You surprise me.
What do you expect out of a holiday, Carl? What do you go
sort
for?
of soak up some of the culture.
Yeah.
You liar. You liar.
What did you learn about Barbados while you were there?
A lot of crabs on the beach.
I just imagine him sitting there with his knotted hanky on his head.
People sparkle as they're walking down the street. Can't see their faces, but I know.
I like that.
Not bad.
Bit of Gary Newman there. That's Richard X and Sugar Babes. Our Freaks Electric.
Is that one of those things where they've taken one song and they've laid it over the top of the other?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It's good, no?
No, it's good.
I like that. Good.
Yeah, it's good. Classy.
Yeah, well, we're nearly done, aren't we?
We are almost finished,
Which
which is a
a couple
shame.
of great tracks.
With a few
maybe.
laughs.
Maybe we've had a few laughs, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly.
I've perked up.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
You've
no,
lost it
I-
here a bit though. You feel a bit. It sounds like you're a bit down again.
Well, that's just 2 hours work in
Okay.
one long
Sure.
stretch.
Yeah.
I reckon we could do a 3-hour show now.
No.
No?
No.
Skin of the teeth, sort of just.
Yeah, we barely got away with this.
Really?
This is beginning to fall apart now.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
But yeah,
it's
we've had a
been
good
fun,
time.
though.
We've had a few laughs, as I say.
I just think of Carl on the beach. He said he started winding the crabs up because he got bored. He started throwing sand at them. It's like a child's experiment.
When you were in California, you weren't aggravating butterflies, were you? Because that's a misdemeanor.
Scary though. The weather's really freaky
Where
in California.
is it?
Yeah. In the day it's dead nice. Come 6 o'clock it goes black, and then the rain comes down. It's freaky.
Is that every single day, Carl, or was that just the week you were there?
Every day I was there for about a week. It happened every day.
So as far as you're concerned, that happens all year round.
Yeah, good thing.
So what you're saying is if people are booking a holiday, they should be conscious of this, because it will always happen.
Californian
I
tourist.
That's
think it
fact.
does. I think it does.
But why did you start throwing sand at crabs, by the way?
Just because you get bored on the beach. You sat there. You look around.
Yeah.
And then I saw these crabs, and I was watching the way they move around and
Yeah.
what they
Funny,
do,
innit?
Sort of to.
Does that annoy you, the way they moved?
No, I mean it works for them.
Good of you.
But it was just what I was weighing up is they're quite close to the sea, so I
Sure.
was watching the sea come.
They like it close to sea, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't like it too close.
No.
So like the sea was coming close to them, they'd run towards me.
Yeah.
So as the sea came in to them, I was chucking sand the other way, and it was like, ooh,
They didn't know what to do.
they didn't know where to go.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How long did that keep you occupied for?
The last 3 days I was there. Maybe.
Have you ever seen, I don't know if I've described this before, do you remember a classic Paul Daniels episode where Paul is having tea with some baboons, I think? Chimps, full circle. And he's got a little box, and inside the box is a mirror. And he gives it to the chimp, and it looks in the box, and it's confused by its own reflection. It can't figure it out. So it's looking behind the box, trying to figure out, is there another monkey behind it?
Yeah.
Goes on like that. It's dazed and confused. It was there for weeks, just staring into it. I imagine you're a bit like that on the beach with the
Yeah,
crabs.
that's great.
I think that's my analogy.
Poor
Poor Daniel's chimps.
Yeah, I kept a crab once for a week when we went to Bognor. It was me, my mum, and my nan in an.
Oh, party time! Oh man, alive!
Look, you haven't lived.
You
You haven't lived until you've woken up to the sound at 3 o'clock in the morning of your nan having a wee in a tin bucket and echoing round a caravan.
Man alive!
Yeah, I was about 9.
You'd brought a chick back.
I was about 9, right? And I just kept a crab in a first day I
In
found
the bucket?
In a. I don't know where it came from. No, I found it on the beach and I brought it back and I kept it in a little bowl in the sink. And then the last day, started to smell a bit. And then the last day, my mum said, go and put it back. And I went and put it back. So I had a pet crab for a week.
And did it die? What happened to it?
No, it just got bored.
Sure.
It didn't do a lot.
Did it start throwing sand at you? Oh. Listen, I think we better play some music because we've got a few songs to squeeze in. I just wanted to play a track. I was watching MTV the other day and I was a bit confused.
Yeah, so was I. I like that.
Because I saw a video for the Electric Soft Parade's Silent to the Dark.
Yeah.
But it was called Silent to the Dark 2. But it was the same song. It sounds like they've redone it. The video is different to the old video. I was very confused. Hopefully someone will phone in and solve it for me. Anyway, this is the original Silent to the Dark. Still a good track. Let's hear it, Carl. Silent to the Dark, the debut single by the Electric Soft Parade.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good choice there.
Apparently discovered by XFM, is that right, Carl?
Yeah, sent a tape into Claire Sturgis.
You see?
Big time now.
What did she do with it? Sold it.
Yeah.
Got a little £5 starter bag of skag.
Exactly. Oh,
And the
bless
rest
her.
is history. Well, I've enjoyed myself.
I have.
But can I just say, we don't just muck around and do stupid things and play great music. We're also informative. And
We
I'm
are.
going to leave London with this tip that Carl, for no reason, just told me. Do you want to do it, Carl, or shall I tell him what you just said?
Rick, we haven't got much time, you better explain it.
Yeah,
Okay. He said, you've been on the Millennium Wheel? I went, no. He went, well, if you do, here's a tip. Go when there's lots of disabled people on there. And I was up for it. I went, why? He went, you get more for your money. Because they have to keep stopping and letting them off. You get an extra 6 minutes. Alright?
Good, solid advice if you're
So
maybe
do that
going to go there
then.
today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks.
Song for the ladies, Rick. I'll leave you with Lamb Chop. A lot of people aren't a fan of Lamb Chop for some reason. They don't like the way he sings, but this is a beautiful song.
That's the reason.
Up with people. See ya.
Bye. White Stripes, fell in love with a girl, XFM 104.9, 1:05 of a Saturday, that's what DJs say.
Of a Saturday, yeah.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
a Saturday.
Fast approaching.
Yeah, time fast approaching 1:10. What do you mean it's fast approaching? What's it speeding up, is it? Time's speeding up as it gets towards 2:10. Shut up.
Ricky Gervais, obviously.
With him, Steve Merchant.
Yeah, and Karl
Let's
Pilkington.
not forget Carl P, the K-man.
He's growing on people now.
Love him. People love him.
was thinking, oh God, he's too much. Now they're going, they love him. Like, same as you. I mean, they still think you talk a little bit too much, but I mean, they love Carl. But, I shouldn't say that because it'll rock your confidence.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I am a man of nerves. Sorry, I'm sidetracked, Rick, because I'm looking on the internet here, on the website for XFM.
Yeah.
Because I was, partly bored, but also I was looking on there the other day.
That's nothing I said though, was it?
No.
Right.
No. And there were some people commenting on the show.
Yeah.
And one person on there, I'm trying to find it, I don't want to misquote them, but
Yeah.
basically, as far as I remember, they said that we knew even less about the music than the DJs that are on in the week.
Right. I think that is scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
So they've embarrassed themselves.
Exactly.
I think it's impossible.
You can't know less than the people that are on
I
in the
don't
week.
think so.
It's like it's like trying to multiply 0. You just end up with 0. It doesn't make sense.
I checked with Steve Taylor, the man with the knowledge. He should know. But
be later.
I don't think that's really annoying.
It's so annoying because I'll tell you this, we are passionate about the music and we do know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just because we don't read the back of the CD box like
I'm
Claire Sturgis or
playing
Ian
the
Campbell.
list we're given with the 9 CDs that are on the playlist every month.
There's a piece of paper here.
The Carl's looking at me like he's thinking, oh no, we're having a go.
You've given away the magic of radio. You get pieces of paper here, and they've got little bits of details. So, for instance, White Stripes, this is the next single off White Blood Cells, February 2002. Now, it sounds like we know about the music. We read that off a piece of paper.
Exactly. Whereas when we say about music and we're wrong, at least it's 'cause we didn't know.
Exactly.
See?
All right. Don't criticise us.
Look at the All-Stars. The
So, I don't want to criticise there, but if I was listening and I'd enjoyed that track and I wanted to know what it was, I wouldn't have understood what you just said.
Really?
Could you just say that again?
Low Fidelity All-Stars.
Yeah, Low Fidelity, because you went Low Fidelity, wasn't it?
I was doing me DJ talk,
No, it's
wasn't
just you didn't open your mouth wide enough.
I can't be bothered.
No, sure.
It takes too much. Look at listen to him crinchling his little crinchling.
You're not crinchling.
You're not crinchling your Jaffa cakes, are you?
It wasn't going out on air. No one knew.
I bet you're one of those people in cinemas that think you're being really quiet eating a bag of crisps, aren't you? Do you go to cinemas?
I haven't been for a bit, actually.
What do you do, Carl?
Carl!
What's an entertaining evening for you?
Yeah.
What would you do to occupy your time? Your hobbies, for instance.
Might get a video out from prime time.
Right. What would you enjoy that, or would it just be a chore for you?
No, I think things like that.
You really hate doing that.
That's when you really switch off and you forget all your problems and stuff.
Why, you haven't got any problems?
You haven't got any problems, Carl.
You don't know that. I put on a face when I'm with you.
You wear a mask. Are you crying inside,
This
Carl?
is you being the happiest you can be. You're like a clown, aren't you? Oh,
Do you think I'm like a hard, miserable man? Because there was somebody else.
I don't think you're hard.
The other day, and like I said to him, I can't watch The Elephant Man because it upsets me.
God, you're the best. You don't know you're doing it. You're the best.
Can you watch it?
Well,
I always, when it gets that bit where they're carrying him through the village and messing about with his head.
Do you know, this is true. My dad watched that once, and we were watching it. My mum and my sister and that were all quite moved by it, almost reduced to tears, thinking it was a wonderful example of man's inhumanity to man and all that thing. Yeah. And my dad just went, "Wouldn't he make an amazing novelty rucksack?" And it cheapened the film for me, and I've never had this sort of.
Steve was thinking, he's not that ugly.
Ooh. Blimey, here we go. We were laughing at Carl. Can we focus on one person at a time, Rick, please? Let's destroy him first.
Oh, God. Tell him what you said to me when that record was playing about the Jaffa Cakes. He bought some Jaffa Cakes, which was lovely. He went across the road and he handed out the Jaffa Cakes. And then I went, oh, thanks very much. And then what did you say?
I just remember learning at school. I'm not like making fun of the illness because it's not funny. But they cure cancer.
Jaffa Cakes cure cancer?
Not like fully.
Right. They just go some way to helping.
Yeah. Do you know, it'll sort of help. If you've got it, you can't say, right, get me a load of Jaffa Cakes.
Right.
But I think it sort of puts a bit of a stop to it if you haven't got it. Do you know what I mean? It's like having vitamin tablets.
Is this medically proven? Should we get Dr. Fox down here to confirm that?
I can't. I actually can't cope. You're just play a record.
Can I just, if anyone has ever survived cancer thanks to Jaffa Cakes, please call in.
No, but I didn't say
He
that.
said, and then he went, it's the orange thing in it. And then he tried to read it. He said, I wonder if it's, and he tried to read out this scientific name.
My head has tricks, but I think I've seen it before.
Gomez. That's my favourite one I've ever done.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah,
really good. Yeah.
Because I always had a problem with Gomez before, because it always sounded like they were trying to sound like these world-weary Tom Waits style gravelly voice guys.
And they were 20.
And they were like 14, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's great. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
well done, boys.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Gervais gives it thumbs up.
Oh, dear. Can I play an Elvis Costello track?
You know, I'd love to bloody hear some Elvis Costello. Why are we saying that?
Well, you know why? Because we met him and he's a lovely man.
We did meet him, yeah.
And
without wishing to show off.
I remembered all the great songs he's ever done. I didn't like his spoken word much, too much. And some of his later projects I thought were a little bit. But his own songs from, 1978 to about 1980, I thought were great.
Why did we meet him? I can't just remember why we met him, Rick.
Oh.
I
wasn't doing that.
No, I can't remember.
We won an award.
Was it because we won another bloody award? Stop giving us awards, please.
Oh, God.
Not enough room in my house.
Oh, dear, we've only got two.
Yeah,
and we haven't got one of those. The one was the BBC, so he's got a lot of room in his house. And I've got the other one, he let me have it, so he's got no award in his house at all.
Can I,
You can borrow it.
Can I don't know who you're talking to someone. I spoke to Richard Wilson from One Foot in the Grave.
I spoke to him.
Yeah, but he's a lovely bloke. He's a really nice guy. But he said to me, could I do a cameo in the office for £40,000? And I went, could like Ricky do like an amusing pratfall or something, and then you just come in as a cleaner and go, I don't believe it. And he looked at me like, why have you said that? Why have you brought that up? I felt so guilty.
Oh no!
I so wanted to apologise.
But why is it this? So we know it's wrong to do that.
I don't know why I said it.
We know. Do we think no? It's different for me.
Exactly. We're in the business.
I'll do a new twist on. I don't believe it, and he'll go. That's the best. I don't believe it twist I've ever heard.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Why did you? You didn't tell me that.
I know. I felt ashamed. I felt really ashamed.
No.
I was a little bit drunk. I wasn't thinking straight.
Oh,
it was so embarrassing. I was talking to a friend of mine who said, who was it? I can't remember, was it? He said that he was watching it was a sports cast, which it may have been, Formula 1 racing or something like that. And he was watching, and there was a commentator, and the commentators have got to keep talking all the time.
Yeah.
And he was going, and there's the team there's, oh, good to see so-and-so's girlfriend in the audience. And he said he saw that it cut to Richard Wilson in the audience, and he went, and the bloke went, and there's One Foot in the Grave. I love that. He knew he had to say it there, but he couldn't just name all the characters.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there's One Foot in the Grave.
Oh, dear.
That'd be brilliant. And there's The Office.
I know.
Brilliant.
What, you're putting us alongside One Foot in the Grave, thing that's been going like 10 years and all this. What, you're putting us alongside. It beat us, Steve. Get over it. It beat us in the Comedy Awards.
No, I was just saying that you're an identifiable face if you're at a Formula 1 event.
Okay.
Old. Grumpy.
One Foot in the Grave.
Yeah, One Foot in the Grave, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl, any thoughts before we move on anything we've said so far?
Elvis Costello.
Well, I'd like to play Red Shoes.
Are we ready for...
Not yet, I'm just saying.
What?
Do you know who his dad is?
Declan McManus. No,
I don't know his real name.
Declan McManus. He was a big band leader in the 50s or something, wasn't he?
No, he was in the Our White's Lemonade ad. Yeah.
Oh!
Was he?
Oh no, there's so much to do with that.
Good, so we're catering there to the audience listening who are 50 and above. Well, I don't, and I'm the target audience.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker. Our White's Lemonade. You must remember that.
Never heard that.
Oh, those chimps that drink tea. Oh! Once, right, in school, we had a French dictionary, and ice cold coke on the back of my throat, singing hello summertime, it's the real thing. Remember that?
No!
Oh, you know. We translated that into French.
Is that the end of that story?
Yeah!
That's the end of the story?
Yeah! But I know it in French!
Do it.
But it doesn't make sense, we just literally did the word...
Go on, let me hear it. I can't believe you remember this.
Tres fois, coke, sur le derrière, mon gauche, chante, bonjour, estival, jump, celebrate...
That's the only French you know, isn't it?
It's not even French! We just did it word for word, it doesn't make any sense!
Can you say another word of French? Can you quote
Le plume de ma tante.
Can you quote anything else? Is there anything else you can quote other than that? Is there anything else you learned at school that you can remember word for word?
No.
Nothing.
Le chat est sur le mur.
I don't just mean French, I mean anything. English, maybe a bit of poetry that you can remember?
Of course I can, yeah.
Go on, quote a bit of poetry for me.
Like what?
Whatever you remember.
Light through on the window breaks, it is the east and Juliet is the sun, the rise for sun and kill the envious moon, who was already sick as well. Anyway. What do you want?
Doesn't really count.
What? Shakespeare doesn't count?
No, because that's everyone knows that one.
Oh, going what then? What should I know?
The Wind Hover by Gerald Manley Hopkins. Oh, you can't do that one. I caught this morning's morning minion, Kingdom of Daylight, still thinking of Dawn Falcon and his riding of the high.
Hold on, no. We haven't done Carl yet.
Wait a minute, K-Man. Anything you can remember from school that you learned, that you had to maybe, memorise?
French.
Not necessarily French, you could
anything you can remember. This can be anything you remember from school, apart from the orange stuff stops cancer.
Yeah.
It's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coffin that carry you off in.
Beatles, Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Was that clear?
Yes, it was, yes.
Yeah, good. We got to speed this up, because it's funny, because our first link, when we had to go at, like, the library and the playlist, when we played the record, Carl went, you usually do it at the end, when you've run out of stuff.
Yes, what's left of off, yeah.
So we started with what's usually our worst bit of material, so I think we've got to turn this show round.
Right.
Carl's been holding this together, to be honest.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's Carl's beautiful naivety and, can I say it, Carl, in the nicest way, stupidity.
Yes.
That are keeping the listeners...
I wouldn't class it as stupid.
Oh,
It's all
I'm only
educational
joking.
stuff.
I'm only joking, mate. Of course you're not stupid. Everyone knows you're not stupid. You're sincere, and that can sometimes be, frowned upon in this cynical world.
Would you say you've learnt stuff from me in the past few weeks?
Definitely. Definitely. Rather like a scientist learns from injecting mice.
Yeah.
No, but I've learnt from you about ants and stuff. I think every week, as weeks go on, I feel like
We're learning from each
I'm
other.
learning more now than I did when I was at school.
And can I just clarify?
Yeah.
You weren't raised as an experiment and you've escaped from a laboratory. You had regular upbringing in Manchester and that.
Yeah, I didn't go to school much because my mum and dad had a caravan.
Right.
And
No need, is there? No need when you've got that sort of fun at home.
and I used to just go away for weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, honestly.
Where'd you used to go?
Port Maddock.
But
And so you didn't go to school much?
No, I did, but not as much as everyone else.
no.
How many holidays were your parents having?
Oh,
What
loads.
was their income that they could...
No, my dad used to work nights, and he used to travel back, because to Manchester from Wales it wasn't that far. And he used
Manchester
to
to Wales?
He used to do 4 on and 4 off, so me and my mum were like loving it.
But what Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port
Just
Maddock,
down the road from Port Merion, where they filmed The Prisoner.
right?
Oh, so that's cleared up for me.
Yeah,
Location-wise.
so what did you do then? You were in this little 2-berth caravan on the back of a Cortina estate.
Right.
Well, what was it? What was the car? I want the. What was
Granada, Ford Granada.
it? Ford Granada. What we talking?
An old one.
1980.
Yeah, 82,
80,
83,
right.
84, 85.
Okay. And you in the car down there, park up.
Yeah.
What was it? What was Port Meredith?
Port Maddock.
Port Maddock.
Remember Ruth?
It's just,
Oh, yeah.
it's just a holiday camp,
Yeah.
and had an arcade and a beach. I was loving it.
Yeah.
But so of the 52 weeks of the year, let's assume, I don't know how many weeks you take off normally for holidays anyway. Let's just say, I don't know, you go to school 45 weeks of the year maybe? Generally, most kids?
No.
Bit less.
Bit less than
About
that?
42.
How many weeks would you say you actually spent in school?
Well, how many weeks do you have off for summer?
Well, we'll work that out. That's what
About
I mean.
6 off for summer. About 3 for Easter. About 3 for Christmas.
Put it this way, I'm surprised I'm not Welsh, to be honest.
Right.
So I was there more than was in Manchester.
Did the school authority not come and check you out?
No, they didn't.
Didn't get Manchester, I suppose they didn't care, do they?
Not really.
Yeah.
They're lucky you turned up at all. What did you just turn up for the last day when you could take in your best toy? Did you know that when you could take in any game?
Just play with everyone else's. Why, I break my stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good
Well, this
point.
answers a lot. This does answer a lot. The fact that you spent most of your time on the beach as a kid.
Teachers were no good at my school. We were
Right.
talking about it yesterday. About
So you were teaching them a lesson by going off in the summer. Yeah.
Anyway.
And did you go to university?
No.
No. Did you go to sixth form or college?
No.
When did you leave school?
When I was about 15.
Right. What, you just went on holiday and didn't come back?
I just got a job early, didn't I?
Where was it? Port Maddock?
Get in there. No, I was a printer. BM Print in Trafford Park.
Well, that's great. That's a little interview there.
Yeah, little story
next,
there.
I'll be interviewing Steve Merchant. What are we playing next?
Bit of elbow.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is Elbow. Elbow, Asleep in the Back. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think Elbow are my favourite new group.
We've sang their praises many times and they never phoned to thank us.
Should they?
Yes.
Do they? Really?
Annoying.
No, they're doing a good job there. I wonder if they found their lyrics. Because I also wanted to write a song from them, didn't I? They didn't take me up on that either, Steve.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on them now. Carl, can I have a Jaffa cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think... You don't mean me, do you?
No.
Alright, good.
Thanks, Steve.
Now, we interviewed Carl there. I think we've learnt a little bit more about Carl there.
We did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Carl, because I used to be... You concentrating? Don't put it all in at once.
Carl, chew. Chew before you swallow. Careful. You'll hurt yourself. Alright.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
What?
Not chewing.
The amount of times I nearly died as a kid.
What? Forgetting to chew.
Choking.
Sure.
Mint Imperials. My mum stopped that.
Drinking them with water.
She'd have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shower, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa cakes and everything. We let him
But
on
he
the
has to
radio.
go and live with his stepmum again in a week.
Oh,
They're the
no.
ones who listen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she? I imagine.
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as
cheap comedy material. I'd hate you to think that, Carl.
Right. No, I'm going to interview Steve. Because I used to be a chat show host. Well, I am a chat show host. Well, did you see me at Ricky Gervais?
No. I worked on it and I didn't watch it. No one watched
True,
it.
that's terrible.
No one watched it.
What do you think, Carl?
I loved it.
See?
Are you thinking of Parkinson?
And I didn't know Ricky then, so I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to interview Steve Merchant now.
Okay.
Live on air, XFM 104.9. We should say that more often.
Yes.
Ricky
Ricky Gervais.
Because they might tune, I think they've got a hospital radio by mistake. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Okay, Steve Merchant. Great to be here.
Thanks
Hi.
very much.
Now, you're a very tall man, if
Yes.
I might say. You're 6'7", aren't you?
Yes.
Was that a bit of a problem at school?
Well, yeah, a few jokes here and there.
Yeah,
A bit of gentle ribbing, but nothing too problematic.
What's the weather like up there?
Well, exactly.
Skinny, all that sort of. Oh, you're lanky.
Yeah,
Oh dear. And
that,
what about the glasses?
Well, I wear glasses, but again, that wasn't really a problem,
They didn't call you Four Eyes,
No,
really.
not really.
They didn't call you Four Eyes Freaky Lank thing. They didn't call you Freak Pot. Freaky the Freakish.
All right, I'm
Gimp,
not sure I'm
Four
enjoying
Eyed
this
Git.
mix. Don't
What?
worry, I'm not
Well,
sure
I'm just saying, they didn't do that.
As an interview, I'm not sure that's the best approach.
Okay. And then you
I'm
left
honest.
school. You left school.
Yeah.
You went to university.
Mm.
There, were you called Freaky,
No, I wasn't. I've
Freak-Eyed,
never been
Four-Eyed
called
Git
Freaky, Four-Eyed
thing?
Git.
Are you sure?
Never been called it.
Were you called Freaky, Lanky, Four-Eyed, Stupid Hair, Boggle-Eyed Freak Face? Fish Face?
Is your chat show coming back? Is this what you... I never watched it. Is this what you said to people like... I mean, you had some big names on there, didn't you? Tony Hart.
Yeah.
That bloke off Ground Force.
Well, the problem was they'd either heard of me or they hadn't. Either way, they
Either
didn't
way,
want to.
it was a problem.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Who would you say was the biggest name you had?
They're all dead now.
Okay.
Probably the youngest one survived. I think Penny Smith is still with us.
Right.
Yeah. Biggest name?
You had Savile.
Jimmy Savile.
You
I
had
thought.
Daniels, Paul.
Yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah.
But which was the biggest name would you say that you had on the show from the 1970s?
Peter Purvis.
Peter Purvis, of course.
He was a joy.
No,
yeah.
but
So that's just.
But it's not coming back though. That show. We're not.
No, not in that form. The Channel 4 wanted to see some changes.
What sort of changes?
Ratings.
Right.
Now I'm going to play a lovely track. Thanks, Steve Merchant.
Thank you.
I'm going to play a lovely track by Elvis Costello. I think one of his first hits, maybe even be his first hit back in the 70s. This is Red Shoes. Zinger meets Spray, apparently. I've never heard of them.
No.
Sounds good. It's spelt Spry, though, but Carl reckons it's Spray. Song 2, a cover of Blur's Song 2.
Yes.
You wouldn't recognise it,
In a
would you?
dub version. No.
In an old school reggae dub style.
Nice.
Lee.
Big 'em up.
Yeah, all that. Oh, we know all that. We
All the
know.
wording. Yeah.
Oh, we know all that. Yeah. So, yeah, that was quite interesting. I quite like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Filled up 3 minutes.
Before that, Elvis Costello, Red Shoes.
Lovely.
What a great song.
Debut, was it? Debut single?
I think so. It's the first one I remember of his, but you know.
We'll probably give Elvis a call, won't we, and chat to him about it.
Yeah.
He's a pal now.
Yeah. The celebrity.
Yes.
lifestyle.
You what? Because you told me something else about your celebrity world that I thought might be of interest to the listeners. I don't know if you're happy to mention it.
What?
Your forthcoming TV appearance. Carl might be interested.
Oh yeah.
What
I've
is
been
it?
invited. I don't usually do these things,
Yeah.
but I sort of quite like the show. I've watched it for a while. So I'm at Room 101.
Have you seen this, Carl? Do you know that show?
You don't like it?
No. But is it still Nick Hancock as well?
No.
Who is it?
Paul Merton.
God, is he still around? I've seen him for ages.
He's probably going to be a great pal of mine come Tuesday.
No, I mean, that doesn't make any difference. Does it?
No.
Have you got all the channels tuned in right on your TV? Paul Merton's a huge star. He's on all the time.
Yeah.
No, is he a heck?
Yeah, he's on there. Have I got news for you and all the rest of it?
Yeah.
What's the rest of it?
Well, anyway, look. Room 101 is the show.
Room 101.
Is the
Yeah.
show where you put in the things you hate into
Yeah.
this imaginary room.
And I thought I'd do it because it's a laugh, because, you know, they let you speak and it seems like a bit of fun.
What are you
so
gonna
I thought
put in
I'd do
there?
it. Oh, I'll ruin it, won't I, for all the listeners?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Switch off now if you don't want to hear what Ricky Gervais is going to put in Room 101.
I don't know, just things that irritate me. Like, I don't know, I'm putting in noisy people who make unnecessary noise, for one thing. Like,
Right.
Right.
Can I just stop you there for just 1 second? You
I know what you're going to say.
No.
I
I
know
was
what you're
just going to think.
gonna
I was just thinking. Is just wonder if there's a little case there of the pot calling the kettle black, because you are the most annoying man ever in the history of all things. I mean, I've met a lot of people in my life. I like to think, even everyone. I mean. James anyone I went to school with, who was possibly, I mean, an evil man, would throw things at people when, the teachers just throw stuff at them all the way through the lesson, throw things at the back of your head. Yeah. Even he was not as irritating as you are.
Really?
Just the fact that you're just crunching up a plastic spoon now.
Well, what's good is that?
It's annoying.
Yeah, I know, but,
It's just, you're so irritating. You're always making the little noises, just little sounds all the time. we were working yesterday, right? And I was typing this, and he had an elastic band between his teeth. Right? I don't know how he how he just seems to end up with an elastic band between his teeth, right? And he was flicking it, so it was making a noise, boom, 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 boom. What were you saying? You were just going, the rain on Spain falls mainly on the plain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain.
Just kept doing that, right? Repetitively. Yeah. I eventually, I said, what are you doing? What are you up to? He went, oh, sorry. Tried to wrap the elastic band round his face, right? It flipped up, hit him in the nose. Right, he screamed, because that hurt, obviously, it came quite tight. Then he said to me, if I can flip this elastic band and hit your glasses, right, not your face, but if I can hit your glasses, can I flip the elastic band at you? I went, well, how am I going to find out if you can, you might hit my face? He went, well, why don't you cover up the skin on your face, your nose and everything, with some paper?
Which he did!
Yeah, just to keep you happy.
Yeah.
And then he flicked it at me, so I grabbed it, flicked it at him. He ran off screaming, swearing at me. Oh, don't throw it at me.
I was saying, don't be childish. Retaliation is childish. I did it first, so...
It's pathetic, endlessly. Just this kind of...
No, but you agree with me on that people who just, I can't stand noisy eaters, people who go...
No,
like that.
I do agree with that.
And people eating crisps, as I said before, people eating crisps in cinemas.
Anyone who's making noise in the cinema. It's
I know, they must be mental. They've gone to see a film, there's people they don't know there, everyone's paid £8.
And they're crunching away.
Oh, leaving their phones on!
I was in the cinema, there was a 16-year-old girl, took a phone call in the cinema, the film was running, she went, hi, yeah, I'm in the cinema, started having a conversation on the phone. I was thinking, how important is this call that you've got to receive? Oh, it's Tokyo ringing, Mr. Yakamoto's there, the deal's going through. It's Saturday afternoon, you should be up there, hairdressers. I was in the cinema.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Yakamoto's coming round tonight, and we can't use my pad, so you've got to make him a meal.
Yes.
Don't you and your wife muck things up for me.
But I was in the cinema, this was not long ago, and, I went to see that, I think I was off to see that film, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or whatever it's called. Do you know
Well, they could be on the phone for that, because there's subtitles. So it's not going to ruin it, is it?
Yeah, it wasn't her. I was sat next to another woman. She was crunching, a big fat woman.
No, but he's got a good point there.
Loads of people could be on the phone in there, and it wouldn't sort of niggle you.
Fine. Well, at least we've cleared that.
Imagine if that was true.
No, because, it's like when you go on the tube and read a paper, there's loads of noise, but you can still concentrate, can't you?
He's got you.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
such a great point, isn't it?
Right, yeah, because it's so easy to lose yourself in that magic realism world, with all the sound effects and music and surging, exciting noise, and there's a woman clattering on going, yeah, well, I'll probably meet you later, Stange. Should we get some Diamond White in and around by the park?
Yeah.
Switch off. I do it.
Yeah, but we know what you're like, Carl.
Yeah, you can switch off, Carl.
It's like you can turn your ears off. That's the skill you have.
It's not the ears, it's the behind the ears.
Yeah.
It's the process between the ears and the brain that you can
Exactly.
switch off, so we can still hear all these things like a cat.
But I was in the one, there's this woman sat next to me, she was a big fat one, she was crunching on some popcorn. Again, that's a crime. Why they're selling popcorn in cinemas? I don't understand why
She
the
needs to
noisiest...
eat regularly,
Why the noisiest food in a cinema?
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's come about.
Yeah.
Really makes me angry.
Yeah.
She's sat there, right?
Smoothies. We want smoothies without straws.
Exactly. The trailer for that film AI, Artificial Intelligence, came on. Do you remember that? And the tagline was, David is 11 years old. He weighs 60 pounds. He's 4'6" tall. He has brown hair. His love is real, but he is not.
Oh, yeah.
And she just went, how old was he again? To her boyfriend. Right? Just ruined it. War film trailer comes on for some Pearl Harbor or something. She goes, yeah, I don't fancy that. Just announcing this, don't fancy that. Too many war films. So then the trailer, then the opening credit comes on for Crouching Tiger. Before that, that thing that comes up that says it's signed by the BBFC and it has the kind of certificate and everything, and that certificate to say what age you have to be to see it. That came up, and it says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in brackets subtitles. She went, it's not subtitled, is it? I thought this was the most famous foreign film for years. It won Oscars. It was a huge film. Everyone knew it was foreign. She goes, it went. So the credits begin. It says Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She went, stupid name for a film.
What? She just
She
wandered in
paid
there.
to see it. She was with her boyfriend. So then it starts, right? And obviously it's in Japanese or Mandarin or something. She's like, yeah, okay, and they're all talking in Japanese.
Japanese or Mandarin.
Yeah, whatever it is. So they're speaking in this, Japanese language, or Oriental language. And she's going, don't they sound stupid? Don't they sound stupid? She's going, and then the subtitles come up, and it's quite a weird kind of strange language they talk in. And she was going, can't make the subtitles out either. It's both gobbledygook. Just wittering on every step of the film.
I totally agree with you, but what I like in your telling of it, I know you're sort of getting quite emotional.
I'm genuinely livid.
But she went Mandarin or Japanese, some Oriental language, and
well, I don't know what it was.
It's a strange language. It's a strange language.
Well, anyway.
Oh dear.
So then I moved. I climbed over several seats, made a big huff of, make a big show of moving. Yeah. Sat next to a guy on the phone, just chatting on the phone.
Oh, I'd have gone mental at that.
So now I hate that film. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like seeing it. I don't want to even think of it.
It's subtitles, isn't it?
Well,
Rubbish.
That's why I get videos.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I should have thought that through, Carl. You're absolutely right.
Lamb Chop?
Yeah, let's play Lamb Chop. This is brilliant. This is from this CD that came out recently with Uncut magazine. Occasionally they put out some quite interesting free CDs. And this was one that had various covers of Rolling Stones songs. And a lot of them were, quite shoddy. But this was a brilliant, specially done, I think, for the CD. It's Lamb Chop doing a version of quite an obscure Rolling Stones song called Backstreet Girl. It's just beautiful. Let's hear it.
Andy Warhol's Get Off. Getting a little bit blasé now. Steve's just wandered off to make the tea.
He's talking to Dermot.
Is he not really, is he?
Yeah.
Is he just down there? Can he hear this?
Nah.
That is a bit shoddy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm going to see Pop Idol tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you think will win? Will or Gareth?
I don't care.
Do you really?
No, it was in...
was I boring you? Sorry.
It was in Leicester Square, right? The little lad.
Yeah.
In big coach with his head on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, how long's he been around?
Was it an accident?
No, but do you know like those ones that footballers have?
Big heads?
No, they're really big coaches. I mean, he's only a small
big
lad.
Coach, what, like?
I don't know why he needs
trainers, you mean?
big coach. Look, if you're just going to be like that, I'm not telling you.
Sorry, go on.
Big coach with his head on the side, and he came in and
his picture on the side. Yeah.
Right, and about 200 kids screaming and going mental for him.
Really?
I just don't think it's right. No, it's not. I mean, it's been around for, a couple of weeks. And the way everyone keeps going on about his stuttering...
What, you think they should really concentrate on worshipping worthy sort of things like S Club 7 and A1 and...
Look...
Who have been around for a year?
So you pick on me when Steve's not
around. It's only a joke, isn't it? Here he comes. He can't believe it.
But it's just the way, like... They keep going on about the stuttering.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Well, you were late. What are we meant to do?
You're playing on a record.
Oh, we can't possibly go on without Steve. Oh, we need Sting. What?
Hey? See, that's the reason you shouldn't do it without me. That meant nothing. I'll be a good reason not to let you have this cup of tea. But I will anyway.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks. Just saying that Karl thinks all this nonsense about Pop Idol is a little bit sort of shallow. Because they've not been around long enough to be worshipped by children.
You were saying there when you were talking to
unlike Santa Claus, who's been around, forever.
Yes. He was in Leicester Square in a big coach of his own.
Who was?
Gareth. He's only a small lad. He had biggest coach I've ever seen.
A coach?
Yeah. One of those like National Express coaches.
He'd just probably come down from wherever it is he lives.
No, with his head on the side.
What?
We went through this.
His own coach, not like.
You mean like a tour bus?
Yeah, but with his head on the side.
With his face on the
side.
side.
His own coach.
Was he driving it?
Was he really nasty? We can't have a toilet break yet. You had your chance.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Wait till we get the services.
I'm finishing this fag and then we're moving on.
And if you're not back from the toilets, I'm gone.
Yeah. It's a lovely restaurant here. Alright, Jeff. What, you know the people? Yeah, well, not my brother-in-law or anything.
It wouldn't have been quite as snappy as that if he'd been saying all that.
No.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everyone keeps talking about the stuttering, but they never go on about his asthma. And he's got really bad asthma.
They don't.
You're right, we should attack the asthma more as well.
Do you think he's held that back for the final? Do you think he's bringing out the big guns for the final? Oh, and by the way, I've got...
There's a
asthma.
The way he does that...
Well, he's trying to... That's
not
therapy.
asthma, Carl. That's him trying to breathe in order to help him speak.
That's a therapy.
Have you guessed about the asthma?
I thought you read this or something. What you thought his asthma was because he goes... That's him. He has to do that to get over the
stutter.
That's a
Right.
therapist.
I haven't got bad asthma then.
What if you ever have kids? Maybe he hasn't got asthma.
When you cross the road, don't bother looking both ways.
Yeah.
Just walk straight across.
I love that. Imagine a doctor saying that. Oh, not asthma. No, he does that. Has he? Oh, it's not asthma then. Okay, well, I'm stuck.
We better
then.
operate.
Yeah, well, don't operate. He's just, no, he just fell over.
No,
Yeah.
I heard him breathing heavily.
Yeah.
Probably got something lodged.
I've got a story about breathing heavily after this next record.
Really good.
Munch, got you. Although Steve thinks it's Monk.
It makes more sense, don't you think? Monch is a bit of a rubbish word, whereas monk, brilliant.
Yeah, but
let's not discuss it.
No, let's not get into a big highfalutin
Yeah, exactly.
phonetics argument.
No.
They can call themselves what they want.
That's up to them.
And good luck to them.
Yep, good guys, good guys.
Now, I am going to Pop Idol tonight.
Yep.
This is what started it until he said there was a young kid being screamed at by kids because he had his own coach with his head on the side.
Yeah.
You did sort of like...
I don't know why you're going there, Rick, because you know who's going to win. It's going to be Gareth, and there's no...
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is, Rick. Oh, it is.
No.
Don't even fool yourself trying to drum up some excitement.
Well, look, wait. You see, they both got about the same vote, and Darius has got like 1.5 million. Now, I don't think the Darius vote was sort of like the Gareth sort of floating voters. Because he's a cute kid and everything, and he sort of like looks like a pop idol, and but he's not as good a musician. And I think maybe when people went for Darius, they were a bit kitsch, but I think they might.
Do you want to make a wager?
Oh, well, I bet Gareth will win.
Exactly. You see, you may as well stay home, Rick. You just want to go to meet PJ and Duncan.
Yeah, they call themselves Out on Deck nowadays.
Well, fair enough.
They're my favourite.
They'll always be PJ and Duncan to me, and they're brilliant.
They are brilliant, aren't they? They're the best
But it
presenters.
seems to me there's no one else like on TV that kind of unites everyone. I don't think there's anyone really that can honestly say, if they're being honest, that they don't like Ant and Dec.
I know.
It's like there's no one else like it.
Phone in if you don't like Ant and Dec.
And I'd like to hear your arguments for it, because I'll tell you this, and I'm not saying about this ironically. Oh, I like a couple of kids presenters ironically. I think they're genuinely good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're likeable. They're funny.
Yeah, and you can see they've got a great relationship as well.
They've got that sort of Morecambe and Wise every man appeal. They're brilliant.
Yeah, well, we love Ant and Dec.
Did you see in the week there was what's his name? The fellow that Dominic Mohan in The Sun. He's the kind of entertainment guy. Yeah. And he had sort of 10 questions that should be answered about Pop Idol, because he thinks everyone's got a vested interest in Gareth winning. And there are various questions. One of which was, why is it that Gareth only seems to stutter when he's being interviewed live?
It's because he's nervous, isn't it?
Yeah. We've answered that one for you, Dominic. He was trying. You realised that he'd written a list, and he didn't really have enough to fill up 10.
Although you were nasty about his stutter. You said it annoys you.
No, I'm not arguing that the stutter annoys me. His query was he thought that he was affecting the stutter in order to win
in
the sympathy
annoyed that someone's stuttering though?
Really annoys me, because it's just embarrassing. It's cringeworthy. See, the thing is this, I know people say, it shouldn't be an issue, right? We're talking about a pop idol. Now, everyone accepts the fact that he's got to be a good looking guy to be a pop idol. We all accept that. And I'm saying I also want him to be able to speak properly to be my pop idol. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a stutter.
But I'm not saying
there's anything wrong with being ugly.
That is true. There is true that if there's a body fascism.
Yeah, there should also be a vocal fascism.
Yeah, but there's not a trauma if you don't look like a pop star. There is a trauma in society if you can't speak normally. So it's a much bigger issue.
His trauma?
Well, yeah, of course it is.
But it's not. I'm not arguing about what we think, because a lot of people think that a lot of people get abuse if they're ugly. I mean, I'm guessing. I'm assuming that's the case.
Well, I can't speak very well.
I don't know if that's the case, but...
We'd make one great pop star between us.
I don't think so.
My looks and your talkie. Although you sound like some sort of weird Wurzel.
I'm not trying to be a pop idol! People can idolise me in their own small way as a great radio presenter.
Dear. Oh, God. Look at us three. Imagine if we tried to be like, BB Mac. Or light funky ones. I'm just thinking of like 3 good looking guys. Genesis.
Did I mention about when we were in America? Did I mention that last week?
The Police, no?
Did I mention this to you, Carl?
Oh.
Sure, I mentioned it last week.
Yeah.
When I was in America at a wedding, went to a wedding with some friends. We were walking through America, there's 5 of us walking down the street in New York, and a car pulls up, and some Chinese tourists lean out, and they went to us, "Excuse me, are you NSYNC?" And we said, "Yes, we are." And they were taking our photo and stuff.
Just think of Steve at the back, sort of like 2 foot taller than the others.
Which member of NSYNC is 2 foot taller than all the rest?
Don't Chinese people like tall people or something.
Right, play a record.
No, seriously.
No, because it's...
I don't think you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Carl. We're likely to get in dangerous territory.
Yeah. Don't Chinese people like tall people?
There's something... I'm sure. Do you know, like I was saying...
Phone in if you're Chinese and you like
Carl,
tall people.
what worries me is that when they did Chinese lessons, you were down the beach in Wales.
In Ruth Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Paul Maddock.
Oh. Do you want to play Lou Reed?
Oh, this is Song for the Lovers. It's a beautiful track. It's Satellite Love. It's classic. It's gorgeous. It's Lou Reed.
Rick, can I dedicate this to someone?
Go on then.
Carl, you shouldn't have pressed the button.
Well, he's doing his job. You
No.
shouldn't have said, can I dedicate this to someone?
We've had a letter.
Yeah.
Sophie wants to dedicate a song to her boyfriend Peter. They're firm fans of the show. Let's play Satellite of Love for them by Lou Reed.
Beautiful. Song for the Lovers.
Don't ruin it this time, Carl. Oh, brilliant. How to ruin a song by Ricky Gervais. Do you want to explain what you were doing?
I was just singing along to the backing vocal.
You're not just singing along.
Doing it like a mental.
Well, just give us a blast.
Well, I haven't got my headphones on. I've got to do it in time, haven't I, now? Because wait, was it? Is it finished?
It's finished now.
And it was just going, when Bowie, well, Bowie goes, Satellite, I was going, ah, like that.
Yeah. But in room 101, you're going to put irritating people.
I know, but it's something nice what making.
Are you going to climb down that little thing and climb in yourself?
It's sort of, yeah, maybe.
You know they have sort of a visual representation of the thing that irritates them. They always have that, like Shakespeare, there would be a bust of Shakespeare's head, which is a picture of you.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Oh dear. Bowie in the background, Satellite Love, Song for the Lovers. I should have like sung along on air.
I love the idea of you when that came out, sort of 17, got a girl back to your place, just making out with her. Just that record's on in the background, you just go, ow! I'm gonna have to shoot off now, Rick. Ow! Just send me to it, I'm enjoying myself. Ow! I'll finish myself off. Ow!
Oh dear! Oh, you can't do that!
Oh, we've cheapened that song. Oh. You've ruined that song forever for me.
No, I haven't.
But see, the thing about Lou Reed is, because Perfect Day, just a genius song, but we can never play it now, can we, because of that BBC ad?
No, because I'll tell you what's her name coming in at the end, M People.
Yeah.
That thing she does with her voice.
That song. There's a couple of songs that have kind of, like I always remember,
and who's that one that goes, it's such a perfect day!
Yeah, some kind of opera ponce.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's a song. Any other songs ruined because of their association with things? That song, First Time, which was on the Coke ad. First time, first love. Ruined now, because that was on Coke.
Wasn't that Fallen on Blondes?
That was Robin Givens.
Robin Givens, yeah. What was didn't Fallen on Blondes do something like that?
No, not
I just keep seeing Fallen on Blondes in the playlist.
I think Fallen on Blondes they ruined their own career by writing songs.
Yeah.
It's becoming a feature.
Yeah, we should play Fallen on Blondes one week.
Rick, I was going to say something to you before we got sidetracked. What were we talking about, Carl? Oh, we were talking about,
We nearly lost it then a bit, but I think we pulled it back.
It's okay, no, we had a fascinating fact that we were going to surprise Carl with.
If everyone in China, Carl...
This is true, Carl.
Right,
Carl, wake up and listen.
Listen, if everyone in China... jumped... It wouldn't be hard to coordinate. They did hands across America. They did up yours, the laws. Right? We can coordinate this. We can get the sun involved or something, right? Everyone, 1.2 billion or something, jumped up and down at the same time.
Shut up. You're not explaining this clearly
It would
enough.
cause a tidal wave that would destroy America.
If every person in China jumped up at the same time, that would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America, apparently, according to physics.
According to physics.
I don't believe it.
It is, no, true, it's a fact. We're not making this up. We both know this is a fact.
We're not making it up. We've heard it, but obviously I don't know what that's based on. Someone going, just had a terrible thought, Mr. President. What is it? No, you know the atomic bomb and all that? Yeah, forget it. Forget it. If everyone in China jumped up and down, they'd wipe us out, right? You know what I mean?
See, there should be some Chinese leader just threatening them with that.
Yeah, just showing them a picture of everyone just poised.
just pictures of China people just crouching.
On pogo sticks. Exactly. Just a billion Chinese people.
Just all stood on the Great Wall of China, about to jump off. That'd be brilliant.
Oh,
see, look at Carl, he's dumbfounded, he's scared now.
He's scared now, isn't you?
But there's more chickens in the world than people.
Meaning of money for nothing.
Oh.
Just sat there, I was like, yeah.
Have we got that? You've probably got that in the library, haven't you?
Is it right that Roger Daltrey in
Yeah.
The Who.
Yeah, that's right.
His kid is in EastEnders, that one who plays Robbie. Something my mum told me, and I don't know if she's got it right or wrong. But it does look like him.
that's
What,
Dean
Dean
Gaffney?
Gaffney?
Yeah. But he didn't want to go off his dad's name and that, so he's changed
So he
it.
used his brilliant talent. And his pox-faced.
Do you know if that's right?
Well, I don't know.
'Cause it looks like him, doesn't it?
Well, I'm sure that's libelous if it's wrong.
Oh, right, yeah,
it's
you'd
not.
be ashamed to have Roger Daltrey as your dad.
Well, no, but Roger Daltrey might not want it getting round that he gave birth to Specky.
Yeah, right, actually.
I see what you mean.
Specky? Spotty?
Spotty, so I looked at you.
Yeah. Alright, calm down.
Well, I don't know, you've got a nice clear skin. At least I didn't call you Spotty Goggle-Eyed Freak Boy. You got a nice skin, not a nice complexion, smooth-faced, goggle-eyed freak boy fish.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Carl, what? Don't you like us arguing? Is it like Mum and Dad arguing? Do you get all...
It's a bit like that.
In the caravan. There was nowhere to escape to.
Oh no, rattling round
Did you
that
make
little-
any friends when you were down on the caravan site?
Yeah, a lot of people from Birmingham were there.
What kind of pals did you have? What were their names?
I can't remember, it was years ago, but
Yeah.
they all had rich parents.
Right.
Like, they had like their own car to drive around the campsite on and all that.
Right.
Yeah,
So I used
their
to
own
think about them.
fence.
So I'd have a
With...
go.
And
Oh.
but they were mates, and you saw them every year, did you? Or every 3 weeks when you went down there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you didn't keep in touch with any of them?
No.
I'll admit now, I went to the same place in the caravan for about 6 years running. I went to a place called Riverside in Bognor, because someone round the corner from us had a caravan, two-berth caravan. Me, my mum, and my nan.
I think I'm really lucky to have had it, really. Because a lot of mates who I had didn't have enough money to go on holiday, and they just get a present for the summer holiday.
Of course, they got an education, so it swings
Yeah,
around
but
a
Carl, the thing is with Carl is, right, I want to give him gifts.
Yeah.
I want him to have the loveliest Christmas ever. I want him to go pony trekking. Do you know what I mean? I want to just...
Scared of horses.
bit. So many things we don't know about Carl.
Fell off one out of fate, and the woman didn't know what to do. She couldn't handle the horse. It was running off. I was hanging underneath, getting a kick in the head. No,
Really?
Now, hang on, what age were you? 'Cause this could explain a lot.
I was about 6.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh, I think we've got to the bottom of it here.
Oh no, got kicked in the head by a horse, lived in a caravan, and had to live in Wales half the time.
Oh.
Oh, then no wonder this is your favourite time of the week. Do you look forward to this all week, these 2 hours?
It's alright.
What would make you truly happy, Carl? Do you mind me just asking that? What would make you truly happy in life?
I was thinking about it in the week, and I don't know.
You don't know. There's nothing that you particularly want that you feel like once I've got that.
Well, the easy answer there is money, innit? But I don't
No,
know.
it's not
I
true.
don't know if it's true.
No, you just need enough money.
Do you feel spiritually satisfied?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'd say.
Carl, have you embraced the good word of the Lord?
What do you mean?
Well,
Jesus Christ, our Lord and Saviour.
we're having a meeting tomorrow. It's in the church hall and we'd like you to come along.
I went to a church.
Rick, I've got to say
once.
this. I got this housemate who I don't know that well, and I've been living with him for about 2 months or something, right?
Yeah.
And he was in the kitchen, he was washing up, and I just turned to him, right, and he doesn't know me that well because we sort of talk to each other now, but we don't know. And I just turned to him, I went, Matt, have you got to know the good word of the Lord? And he went, and he looked at me with utter fear in his face. And I just went, I just think we should sit down a bit and just talk about the word of the Gospels. And he just looked at me, and he was utterly petrified. I just started laughing, cracking up, and it's the sigh of relief. He was absolutely petrified. It's a brilliant game to play if you're getting a lift on a long car journey with people you don't
Maybe
know very well.
hitcher.
Just bring that out.
Yeah.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah.
I went once.
If you're also another good one is when you pick up a hitch. I say like, I wonder what this car would look like on fire.
Exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I like to drive the wrong way down the motorway.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you? What does a knife feel like when it's going into your eye? What?
Did you see that story in the week with a farmer who got his arm stuck in a bit of machinery, and he was going on about. I mean, he came on with a false arm, so you knew something was wrong straight away. But
you knew it wasn't going to end happily.
But he was he said, "I'm a farmer. I've been a farmer for years, and I'm always telling people don't stick your hands in machines." He said, "But I got off my tractor and the machine had stopped, and he went to shift some, I don't know if it was a Coke can or something that was in the field and called the machine.
Bloody cows drinking Coke.
Oh, this is not the famous one that about 15 years, and he took his arm to the hospital, and he was making jokes. His arm was in ice.
He didn't take his. No. What it was his hand went in and the machine started again.
Yeah.
And it started pulling at his skin.
Oh.
Right. So like the skin was coming off his arm.
Yeah.
And it was going around the rollers.
Yeah.
And he's pulling back like that. So he's like, oh god. And the skin's like being wrapped around and it's like pulling it. So he can see his bone and stuff.
Oh no.
And he was there for like ages going, oh god. and he had a penknife in his pocket, so he got that out with the other hand, managed to open it. I mean, that's
yeah, because they stick, don't they? After a while, I've got one of those Swiss Army knives, and
well, that's what it was.
I can't do it with two hands sometimes. Once they get all full of gunk,
he managed to do that with one hand. And cut away at the skin.
That's not true, is it?
Yeah.
Has he learnt to farm again, like the drummer of Def Leppard? Has learnt to drum again.
Have they got just like the handles?
Can he farm now with just one arm?
He was good because he was making a joke out of it and that.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's good, but
that doesn't mean you can, Steve. Though.
No, sure.
He had to cut his own flesh off to escape a combine harvester.
Yeah.
He doesn't need you know,
making wisecracks.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
I just always remember getting a hot plate out of the oven when I was younger, and that absolutely killed.
Yeah.
It stuck to my fingers, and I just thought the pain that he must have been going through.
Yeah.
Must have been what? You must have been worse than a hot plate.
Oh,
It must have been worse than maybe dropping a pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
XFM.
That's nearly it.
That is pretty much it.
XFM 104.9. Fast approaching 3 o'clock.
It is indeed. Is that pretty much it, Carl? Is this our last link?
I'd wrap it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so would I, actually. A song for the ladies' time. And this is a song you put me onto, Rick.
It's a beautiful song.
If you recall. Special View, a.k.a. Telescopic Love from the Only Ones. The B-side of Another Girl on Another Planet. Their only hit, maybe?
Well, yeah, I think one of them. But,
some great stuff on the best of the Only Ones, which it's just a band kind of...
Another Girl on Another Planet. That might be up for the best intro in a rock and roll record of all time. I'll put up Won't Get Fooled Again and Another Girl on Another Planet. Foxy, he's already putting up Money for Nothing.
Exactly.
So, maybe we'll run that competition next week.
Yeah, although Walk of Life is particularly good. Here comes Johnny singing oldies, goldies, bebopalula, baby, here. Oh, genius.
Oh, nonsense.
Walk of Life. Okay, so this is a Special View from the Only Ones, a song for the ladies, and that's it. See you next time.
Goodbye.